Hey guys, this is Dad&Son DIY. Today we are showing you the water meter installations. These are done by Underwood Water, and here we are actually connecting two new water lines and relocating one of the existing one. This is the morning and the Underwood Water crew is all ready. As you see, they have a wet truck, which is what they use to drill the holes, and then they are going to be using the horizontal drilling to actually run the pipes from the other side of the street. In our case, the meter is towards the house, but the water line is across the street, so this means they have to cross the street, and this is what they use using horizontal drilling. The crew here is getting ready to start the pothole. They're setting up the boxes to make sure that the location is correct, and then they're going to use the vac truck to actually make the pothole. This is my first time seeing the vac truck in action. It's just a combination of a high pressure water and a vacuum that basically takes the water out. And before you realize it makes a big hole. It's pretty safe because if you use a small excavator or something to dig it, there's a chances of damaging the pipes, and this is why the vac truck are the most reliable and easy way. While the crew here is making the pothole, at the same time we are marking the location on the other side where the main tap is going to happen. In parallel, there is also the third side, which is basically removing the existing meter. As we said, we have three different water meter installation. Two are new and the third one is basically being upgraded. And this is basically the existing meter which they are going to be replacing it. It's upgrading from 3/4 inch to 1 inch, and here they are just demoing the asphalt. This is on the side of the road, so it's not that strong, and that's why they're able to do it pretty easily. You will see when they are on the main road it gets much harder. Here they are ready to demo the existing water meter box, which is a concrete one. It took them a while because they are heavy, and now actually the new water meter boxes are plastic, so they are much lighter, but still very strong. You can see the hole is big enough already. The pipes that you see are actually the electrical conduits that is running to a new junction box that we installed. Here we are setting up the horizontal drilling probe or head attachment, which is basically what runs across the street, and this is what's going to be used to pull the copper pipes. As we will also have a sidewalk, they actually run the copper lines from the meter to a location which is outside of the sidewalk, and that's where the poly lines gets connected. This is that location. Now the crew is getting ready to actually cut the street where the water main line is and to do the tap. So this is the other side of the street. They've already set up the probe on the side that is closest to the house, and this is on the other side, which is where the water line is. So they're just getting ready. They will first be cutting the asphalt and then using the same vac truck to actually making the potholes, and the probe will run across and they will just wait for it to come there. Demoing the asphalt here was much harder. It's a relatively newer road, so the top layer was all new and it was much harder to break in. These are the water lines that's going to be used. As you can see, there are three water lines, and this is the water setter. This is where the water meter gets installed, and these are inside the water meter box. The road is generally placed in two layers. There is the bottom layer which is around 3 to 4 inch thick, and then top layer which is around 2 to 3 inch thick. This is the top layer which is being taken out. Once it's out, they will demo again the bottom layer, which is much easier, and that's when the soil will be exposed. Once both the layers are exposed, the process is again the same. They are now using the vac truck to make the potholes. Once they find the water main line, that's when they would be basically waiting for the probe to come across. As you see, now they have found the water line. This was a 4-inch duct iron. I actually was mistaken when I mentioned before that they are going to be waiting for the horizontal drilling head to come across. They actually sent the probe from this side, which is where the water main line is. So they sent the probe, and this is what they are doing right now. As you see, they are just inserting the probe, and this is gonna basically go across. While that's happening, they are getting ready to start doing the taps on the main line. You can see they'll start cleaning the pipe, and then that's when they will be setting up a tapping machine. As you see, this is the other side of the street, and the probe has just arrived. This is pretty much it. Now there is a hole across the street. They will remove the probe, put the copper lines, and pull it across the street. Here they are setting up the tapping unit onto the pipe. They position it approximately 45 degree, and once they set it up correctly on the right angle, they make it really tight so that it doesn't move. Once the angle is set up, they insert the 1-inch drill, in this case because it's 1-inch tap, goes inside this tapping device, and slowly it makes a threaded hole, which is where the actual pipe gets threaded on. And before you realize the tap is done, you can see the water is coming out, and that's pretty much it. As you see, this is the bushing that is gonna be threaded onto the 4-inch duct iron pipe, and here they are preparing it so that it can be inserted. Here they are removing the drill and just unscrewing it back, and they will put the bushing, the threaded insert that I just showed, and that's basically would be screwed tight onto the pipe, and that's how a live tap is done. And there you go, that's the tap. So far the things were going smooth. As soon as they start to pull the copper pipe across the hole, they found that it was getting stuck. As you see, they tried really hard, pulling it across the street using excavator, and it just wasn't going through. This is when they had to stop, and on the other side of the street, basically where my house is, they had to make a bigger saw cut, and you can see this is much longer pothole, but there was something that was holding or catching the pipes, and that's where they had to cut the street and take out that rock that actually was blocking it. Once that was done, the excavator was able to pull the pipes much easily. And there you can see the copper pipes are coming on the other side. After that, it's just a matter of connecting the pipes onto the copper threaded bushing that was installed onto the 4-inch duct iron main line, and that was pretty straightforward. So after that, it was just connecting the pipes and then backfilling it. On the other side, they are setting up the meter setter, which is what I showed before. So they're bending the pipe to position it correctly. Once they do it, they cut the pipe, attach it. It's all friction. It's all compression fitting, so it's much easier. As you see, the meter setters are ready, and once they like it, they're gonna basically put the meter box. As you see on the, now they are ready to backfill the hole, and here they're using a structure fill which is required in the right of way. Pretty much it gets dumped from the truck directly, and once it's halfway through, they compact it using a jumping jack in this particular case, and once that's done, they backfill again. The good thing about gravel is it's actually pretty easy to compact, and that's why cities requires it in the right of way, so that there is no risk of settling it down. Generally, the city requires 95% compaction test, but for the utility company like Elderwood Water, they don't have to do it. In my case, when I did the sewer installation, I had to actually have a geotech come on site and do the compaction test multiple times. One was the halfway through, the other one is on the top. It all depends on the depth of the hole. This is another pour of the structure fill. Once the initial compaction was done, this will go all the way up to the top. They are leveling it, compact it again before putting a temporary cold mix patch. The same process on the other side where the meter boxes are installed or will be installed. I was not there till the end of the work, so I don't have the video footage of actually installing the meter box or putting the temporary patch on the road, but I'll show you the picture of what it looks like after it's done. They actually didn't do a very good job of setting the boxes. They were crooked, but that's what it is. I have to get it level and set up properly once I put the sidewalks. So I'll show you the picture of what the final product looks like as well. So you can see this is what it looks like after they were done with the water meter install and the patch. And this is the current state as of now, which is basically the sidewalks are there, but the planter strip is not full. That's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video and learned something new. This was my first time seeing the actual water lines installation, and I enjoyed it, and this whole experience has been learning for me. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.